Facebook too. Welcome. Good to see everyone beaming in. I love hearing where you're coming from. You can start to feel this global community that we're weaving the golden threads across the globe. So go ahead and let us know in the chat. And if you're not familiar with Zoom, you can scroll down to the bottom bar and then it'll highlight and light up the chat. So we have people, I recognize people from Europe. I know Kat, I think you're in Norway. Are you Norway, Kat? Somewhere in Scandinavia, I remember. Antoinette near me in Sonoma. Bella, where are you beaming in from? You can write it in the chat. And yeah, it's really sweet. Twins from Oregon. Stella's from Seal Beach. Kat's in Denmark. Thanks for setting me straight. And for our friends on Facebook, if you're catching this in Facebook, come on over to the Zoom link in the comments below where you can see the beautiful background. I'm going to show some other images and you'll be able to also participate and raise your hand and receive a reading. So I hope to see you soon. Wonderful, everyone. Wow. Let's take a good collective breath before we dive into the mystery together. You know, full moons turn up, they amplify, they turn up the energy on what you may already be experiencing or feeling. And a little bit of fun and funny trivia for you. I'm going to first honor this beautiful big blue supermoon by showing the image. Oops. I'm going to show the gorgeous moon behind me for a moment while we talk about her. This one picture of the moon, I thought she's like glowing with some pink and violet here. So on Facebook, if you see me gesturing like this, you're gonna know I'm holding the big full moon right here. Some sweet trivia, if you're not familiar, maybe you intuit this already. Full moons are a time where humans and animals may feel a lot more energy. And it's said that animals bite more often on a full moon, more babies are born, unfortunately, more accidents happen, and emotions can be high. And, you know, this is not, you know, the emotional wave is not necessarily negative because it can also amplify intense feelings of joy or love or gratitude. So my intention in this particular Oracle office hours is that we harness this amplification, this energy of our beautiful full moon, and we open our hearts, we raise our frequencies, and actually let it amplify it in the light of the most beautiful feelings that we can cultivate together here today. So yes, full moons, they're going to really shine a light on what might also be out of balance in our lives. And they're a powerful time if you've been in a manifesting cycle consciously. You've been seeding your prayers and visions, especially on the new moon. Hi, Josiane, good to see you. If you've been consciously working with those seeds of intention, this is a time they say that it's like the full bloom, the wholeness, and the gratitude that you can express, the divine ecstasy and joy you can cultivate will completely bless that vision, bless that dream, bless that intention. So I know some of you have been working with me a little longer. We've been in this awareness of lunar wisdom, lunar cycles as a part of the Divine Feminine Mystery School training. We also look at the archetypal energy for each moon phase. So that being said, we're going to go back into that first beautiful background again for a moment. And some of you are familiar with the frequency. And for others, you're going to just be thinking, wow, that's just some luscious pink roses. For you on Facebook, come over and feel the luscious pinkness of this on our Zoom call here. You'll notice this sacred geometry here, the Vesica Pisces. And you'll notice I honored that by the earrings I'm wearing being that that almond mandala shaped center. When we're working with the goddess of love, we're working with balance and harmony. We're working with elemental wisdom of fire and water. The moon will activate our inner waters, the waters of our emotional body, our feeling body, our intuition. And this particular super blue moon is in a sign that's very watery and very mystical. It's in Pisces. And that Piscean energy can be very deeply spiritual in nature, connecting you to your intuitive wisdom, your gnosis. And it can also, in the shadow side of this sign ruled by Neptune, be full of illusions, delusions, fantasies, and confusions. So, as we're working with the lunar amplification, we of course want to amplify the intuitive powers that we have and amplify our inner knowing and tune into the spiritual light that we have available and not get caught up in the waves of illusion, delusion, confusion, fantasy. So the world we're in sure has enough of that going on. It's thick in the field with, just turn on, I don't watch television, but turn on social media, turn on any rectangle, and you can get swept into so much storytelling. And on this full moon, under this Piscean frequency, you might feel very overwhelmed by the waves, overwhelmed by the stories, overwhelmed by what's real, what's true. And so in our precious portal today, we're going to dive deeper into the heart of what's real from our own intuitive wisdom. From this place where our heart knows what's real and we trust that inner spiritual compass more and more. So this is a holding for our call today from me intentionally. And I'd like you to take a moment because it is a special time to be together in this temple and put a hand on your heart. Maybe put a hand on your lower belly, honoring this precious opportunity to be here. And feeling into your intention. And this could be an intention you've been working with since the new moon, or this feeling that arises today. You can close your eyes for a moment and feel into, even if it's a simple intention, to be present, to receive, to remember, to cultivate more intuition. Just feel what arises from your heart. Working with the power of intention. Beautiful. And then opening our eyes. Before we dive into a little transmission from this beautiful archetype, that this is the one that the full moon is amplified, and the goddess of love. Before that, I'd like to invite you to take both hands of light and press them together. Our bodies are so powerful. We have portals of sensitivity, our palm chakras, our fingertip chakras. And as you press your palms together in Namaste, you're activating this sense of coming home to the center of your heart and to gratitude. And a grateful open heart is a dimensional doorway into higher frequencies of awareness. So feeling that gratitude, you felt your intention of feeling into anything that you can be grateful for. I like to think of grace and gratitude as the same energy, opening to more grace, even in a time of great chaos and unknowns and suffering. I feel so much beauty. I'm grateful for this chance to come together today, to play in the mystery, to be with you. You can feel what you're grateful for. And if there's anything you want to pop in the chat, to just amplify that in the light of the full moon, in the exalted, positive energy of your feelings, your emotions. If there's anything you want to name that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my work. I'm grateful for this beautiful community. I'm grateful to see all your faces from all over the world. Hi, Agnes, all the way from Malta. Welcome, Caroline. It's really beautiful. Those who are willing to turn on the camera. I remember when Ariel was here, my mentor, she absolutely called you out from hiding. She said, come, be on camera so we can feel each other. So, in the Goddess of Love, we are cultivating an open heart. There are so many ways that we might feel like we need to shield our hearts in this world because we are sensitive. We are so, so sensitive. I see people nodding. You know what I mean. If you're here, if you're called to this kind of gathering, you're probably especially sensitive. You can feel things that people aren't even saying. You can hear things beyond the words. You have a deeper sense of intuition. The Goddess of Love is inviting us to look at where we still armor our hearts, still shield our hearts, and get caught in the choppy surface waters of our mind. She's inviting us deeper under into those sweet waters of the heart, the open heart. So with those hands of light that we've activated, I'm going to show you a very simple, beautiful mudrik embodiment practice. And that is bringing your own hands to your precious heart chakra, one on top of the other. And it's like gathering the energy to bless your own heart. Breathing in deeply. And then as you exhale, it's opening and offering the beauty of your own presence, your own essence to this world, this realm. And then receiving back from the beauty, presencing the goodness and receiving. So let's take a few deep breaths and cultivate that energy with me. Hands on the heart. Deep inhalation. And exhalation and opening. And there's a mantra that goes with this mudrik embodiment practice. It's from Hawaii, and it's Hawaiian. Our beloveds in Maui that have been suffering so much, I'd like to offer it to them. I'd like to offer this breath of life, this shared breath, this shared presence, all the way across the world, across the ocean, to those beings together. Breathing in deeply and gathering that love, that beauty for yourself, for your own good heart, and offering the aloha. Aloha. Breathing in the aloha. Aloha. And offer it to each other here as well, breathing it deeply in, receiving it. Your own sweetheart. You are worthy of all of this love, this blessing. Aloha. To all beings who suffer, offering this breath of life, this light, shared light. Aloha. And remembering yourself, your own heart, just holding that precious heart of yours. So many of us in this community of love, of light, of healers, light workers, lamp lifters, we often forget to give it to ourselves, to feed that part of us that needs the nurturance, the love, presence first. So our cup overflows like that chalice, and it's a fountain for all that come into our field. So I invite you on this full moon, this super moon, this blue rare super moon. Do some of you know what a blue moon is? You can pop it in the chat. I found out probably a couple years ago why there's songs about blue moon. The blue moon is very rare. It's when a month the lunar cycle and our calendar has 2 full moons. I get a little chuckle out of this sometimes because if we honored the cycles of the moon truly, there would be 13 full moons in a year, which there are. If we really honored each lunar cycle as a month, there would be a perfect 13 28-day month. So it makes you wonder, why is this not this way? It's so divinely orchestrated. So we call this a blue moon, and we think it's rare because there's this strange Gregorian calendar that we've been kind of like boxed into to honor ancient Roman emperors and this wild system, the patriarchy. And then poor February gets fiddled with again and again every year. There's a little adjustment. So if you think about this super blue moon as being a natural cycle, it is very super in the sense that it seems closer and bigger, closer to Earth and bigger than ever. And they say that this is the last one of this apparent size and radiance until 2037. So let's take advantage of this big, bright, powerful lunar energy. Of course, we're weaving a thread with the divine feminine, the moon, the emotions, water, waters of our being, waters of the Mother Earth. These waters do get pulled by magnetism, by lunar energy. So how many of us are feeling the waves, feeling these churning waters, not just personally, but collectively? Lots of change, lots of energy moving. You can see some nodding. I'd like to invite that today the readings are in service to our deepening under the choppy surface, deepening into the wisdom, the deeper gnosis in our own body, minds, and spirits. And if you've been here with me before, you know that even if you don't personally receive a reading, that there'll be guidance for you. Because working with archetypal energy is very powerful. It's very vast. It's got collective truths that will resonate. So if you feel the reading that another being has received is for you, you're right. It's probably resonating with the waters of your being. It's going to quicken you. You'll feel truth. You'll feel that's for me today. And yeah, I'm just going to take a moment before we dive into the beautiful oracle cards, just to present anything that has come into the chat. So I'm presencing some really beautiful comments in the chat here. Yeah, Joyce, welcome, beloved. She says, happy super blue full moon from Seattle. The moon was not visible as the sky was overcast, but I could feel the energetic dynamism of this full moon. And she felt happy, euphoric, joyful, playful, liberating, a feeling of weightlessness. Good for you. This is awesome. So if you're hatching this amplification, amplifying all that beauty, really acknowledge that you've done some deep work to that harmonic, to come into that balance, really allow that to be at the forefront with all the energies right now. Josiane, oh, I'm so grateful for you too, beloved. Let me see if I can find you again up here. Oh, so good to see you. Yeah, this is our wonderful opportunity to feel each other's hearts and community again. And Quinn, I'm grateful for a splendid, glorious week off. Woo, woo. Camping in the fairy-filled forests of Pacific Northwest. My intention, among other things, is to keep that nature connection alive in my field as I integrate back into urban life. really witnessing you, Quinn. And I know that you are an amazing gardener. I don't see you in the video right now, but there you are. Yay! May your garden help you anchor with that connection to Gaia and the green earth. Beautiful intention. Okay, is my audio okay? Randy's saying if I can raise it a bit. Let me see. Is everyone hearing me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'll speak up. And sometimes the music is a little bit loud, so I'll bring it down. This background track is a solfeggio track, 528. Welcome on Facebook. If you can follow that Zoom link and join us, you'll have much more of a beautiful background, and you can choose a card and be here with us. Good to see you. Thank you for your shares in the chat. Good to see you, Dia Therese, beloved. Maximum gratitude. She's just taken an 8-day sojourn home to San Luis Obispo. Oh, wow. Oh, that's wonderful to hear that you had no head pain after a 30-year head pain issue. And yeah, what I remember that strange bonk on the head that you received from Spirit during one of these calls. Glad to hear no head pain. Aloha Amber from Maui, beloved. I hope you were here for Aloha Spirit earlier. So feeling you and many beloveds that have been affected. Amber says, I'm so grateful to be alive after the Maui wildfires. We are so grateful that you are safe, beloved. Yeah, I am possibly coming in October. I'd love to see you when I come. Yeah. Wendy's here. Hi, beloved. Okay, I'm getting too excited about all these sweet beings. Jody, Caroline, so good to see you all. Okay, so you can continue to use the chat as a place to share. If you want to amplify an intention that you're working with, if you want to amplify something you're grateful for, like we've heard a few of those in the chat. The thing about working in this way, in these temples where we have such powerful, beautiful, loving energy, is as we open our hearts and we hold each other's prayers, intentions, the grace expands. We feel we're not alone. We feel your medicine is my medicine. The more you're willing to share both shadow and light, the more we can amplify that light and help each other with love and witnessing, transmute those shadowy places together. You're not alone. So this is a community that is so loving. There's so much compassion here. So I know some of us have felt isolated. Some of us just live in places that we feel like, wow, I'm the rainbow sheep of my family, and I am the wildest, weirdest, witchiest one in my town. And so here you can be your full, beautiful self and be loved and express yourself. All right, my loves. I would like to ask who is feeling that they could really use a reading today. Who would like to receive one of the beautiful archetypal alchemical cards and to also let themselves be heard and seen. I know sometimes we feel a little vulnerable, a little shy, but this is, like I said, a very safe and sacred space. Wonderful, Quinn. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my darling.
Hey.
Hi. I'm going to put us, let's see, I'm going to spotlight you and me. Hi. Good to see you. So I know you
to stop you.
Say it again.
I was just reminding myself that your process is that I stop your finger when I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll guide you. And I know you're really familiar with these archetypes over the years of being in mystery with me and working with them so closely. And now you're just want to celebrate your book that you're creating and weaving some of the archetypes into your book. It's so beautiful.
Yes, I'm not done that chapter, but I hope it.
Well, you got the notes, you got the material. It's coming.
I do.
All right, love.
Hey,
Okay, so I'm going to start slowly on the side, and you just feel intuitively, and you can either say now or stop.
now.
Oh, you got full-blown,
Wow.
full alchemical goddess. You see this?
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm going to put it on the main screen for everybody for a minute. So you can see this incredible beauty that Quinn has pulled. And once again, if you're on Facebook, it's a lot easier to see up here, over here. So now I'm going to find you again and bring you back on. Here we go. So, my love, whenever you get one of the actual archetypal cards, it's a big blast of energy, more than just the frequency or the tool. You are being invited to embody more of this space of the goddess. And wow, you got the full rainbow body, full spectrum. This is changing woman. This is the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis. This is the one who says, I am union, I am grace, I am freedom. And you'll notice she is sitting in stillness, and everything is happening from within. Everything is emerging, the beauty, the color, the light, the energy, the fire around her. It's not a lot of doing. She's not like leaping and charging and doing things. She's actually in her fullness, her wholeness, her essence. And from that frequency of that union with the divine within, everything happens there. This is an invitation for you to really cultivate the inner alchemy, cultivate those 7 centers, that rainbow body. So my question to you, depending on what your growth edge has been recently, is perhaps what part of the rainbow needs to be woven in and brought more into harmony and balance and union. You know, some of us are very, I'm all good up here with my upper chakras. I'm tapped into the one love and light of us, the source of everything. But my survival and my intimacy and my power struggle is still keeping me pretty mired in the muck. So we want to get it flowing. What's coming
I
up?
was actually feeling, well, when I was out camping, what I felt like was coming up a lot was more like, I was curious to see if actually Artemis was going to pop out, because I was feeling like my animus needs to be pulled back into balance a little bit. The way I was perceiving it is like, I'm very in my feminine, like I kind of flow through my day, but then there's also like not a lot getting done. So that I'm like, okay, well, let's bring that back into balance. And it has some like spirit team come in and be like, I raise my hand for that. So I'm not saying that's not true, but this feels like it's also like, but do not forget that it might be balancing the feminine side in a different way at the same time.
Beautiful, beautiful. And remembering this Vesica Pisces, right? It's always the 2, and that's where the grace comes through, right? In that center point. And it's
I
fun.
drew it in the sand on the river shore as I was meditating in the morning.
Beautiful. I saw Artemis when I said, look, she's sitting, she's not leaping. And I actually saw the archer, and I was like, wow, that was a strong flash. So when you said that, what I'm getting is that it starts here. And from here, it goes into shooting those arrows of your intention really clearly, really strongly. So cultivating the inner light. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Ring the bell to that. For the one and for all that received this and resonated with it, for you as well. I am union. I am grace. I am freedom. Good to see ya. Sweet. Okay. Beautiful. All right, we have some hands up. Stella. Love to see you on the screen, Miss
Oh,
Stella. Hi, I'm going to bring you in. There she is. I'm moving the Facebook people around back and forth. Hi, look at that beautiful room, that meditation room, and that flower of life behind you. Oh, it feels so good in there. So
thank
sweet.
you. So my little yoga center.
Beautiful. Where are you beaming in from? Where is this yoga center?
Seal Beach. Seal Beach
Oh,
is
that's
a
right.
little beach town between Long Beach and Huntington Beach in Southern California. So it's best kept secret.
So nice to feel you.
Thank you.
Where is your beautiful accent from? Where did you come before Seal Beach? Where did you?
Brazil.
No, really? I love Brazil so much.
Thank you.
What city? What part?
Many cities, but mostly the southeast and south. So the last city I spent 11 years in was Rio de Janeiro, in
Yeah,
Lima Beach, the famous beach.
I've been like 3 or 4 times. I love Rio.
Oh, wonderful.
The passion, the aliveness, the primal energy, the people.
We call it calor humano. The
Yeah, the
heat.
heat of humanity.
Thank you.
All right. So, Stella, I'm going to fan the cards, and like you saw Quinn, we'll go very slowly, and you can say now or when. Okay, here we go.
Now,
Oh, another archetypal card. You got the priestess. You see? Do you see that? I can make mine
priest. The priest.
priestess.
Priest.
Yes. So this archetype, I'll make it big for a moment so you can really see it. It doesn't disappear into my background. Ah, she's so beautiful. Coming in and out of the pink. You can see the little moon. The priestess moon is a different phase of the moon. You can see the solar cross, another symbol of balance and union. You see the snowy white owl dropping the key, the keeper of the keys. Our gifts, our knowing. Here you can see her dress is like a waterfall. She's the mistress of the waters. Let me bring you back on with me now. See, here we go. Yeah. So, like I said with Quinn, whenever you get the full archetype and not just her tool or her frequency card, it is an invitation to embody, to really embody this energy in your life more. And, the priestess has a powerful saying, I amplify in stillness, I transmit. I amplify in stillness, I transmit. We were talking about this full moon and how the waves can feel really intense sometimes. The feelings, the chaos in the world, the unknowns. The priestess is like that river stone that drops down below the surface into the depths. And she brings equanimity through her frequency, through her presence into the world. She is also the lamp lifter, the way shower. Yeah, through presencing beauty. The archetype of the priestess is the one that is devoted to the awakening of humanity. So I can feel you really taking that in and just letting it land. And a good reminder. These waters, this card, the mistress of the waters, it's speaking of remembrance rather than learning a thing. It's remembering. The opening up to the deep remembrance that you have within the waters of your being. So for everyone listening, to feel Stella's card and feel if this is also medicine for you right now. I can feel it touching my heart really deeply as I offer it to you, Stella. Thank you so much for receiving so deeply, so beautifully. Yeah, so good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Hey.
What a beautiful, beautiful sharing from
Thank
you. It makes sense. Makes sense because I'm opening my little yoga center, and this seems to be my call. Is to just do that. It's to be that light, be that vessel.
Yeah, that's how you will priestess in the world through your yoga studio, through your offerings there. You lift that lamp for many. Blessed be. Blessed be. Ringing the bell. When I ring the Tibetan bowls, let that ripple for the one. Whatever goodness came from that it be received, that it be lifted for those who are resonating. All right, my loves, we have quite a few hands up. I'm gonna call on people I haven't read for yet or for a long time. Joanne, would you unmute yourself?
Hello, how are you?
Where are you? I'm gonna put you on the camera. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna pop you in with me. Hi, beloved. So good to see you, sister. Oh, I miss that smile. I love that smile. Good to see you.
Yeah. Likewise.
Are you in Florida?
Yes, I'm back. I just came back from Paris yesterday. And I saw you email and I said, oh, I have to catch up.
Yeah. I was in France in June and July.
I know. You went to Lourdes. I went to Lourdes too.
Oh, yeah. Toulouse and Narbonne and Lourdes and all over the place. I did a lot of driving to see all the Magdalene sites. It was a lot of driving. It was so beautiful, so powerful. Okay.
Hopefully I can catch up next year. Okay.
Yes. Come back and come deeper into the mystery.
Yes.
We're going to set sail in January. Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about coming with me to France. Yes.
Yes.
Not in January, too cold. I was talking about the Mysterium.
Oh.
Next summer for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be so powerful, so beautiful. All right, love. Ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
That's it. Oh, yeah, that one.
Woo! Okay. All right. This is the first sacred tool card today.
Ooh.
You remember this one? That's a tool of clarity. It says clarify, right? I'm gonna make myself big for a moment, and then I'll pop you back in so we can see it really big. Look at the frequency. Look at the energy. The sacred tool of the sword. I have a real one right over there in my office.
I remember.
So, Josiane, if you remember, this powerful tool goes with an archetype ruled by the goddess Isis. And Isis is known as the great pruner because this tool, I clarify, I align, I challenge the illusions by speaking truth as love. True love tells the truth all the way, all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's powerful energy to clarify that which is out of alignment in your life, to prune away the illusions, like in this Piscean full moon, you might feel like, ooh, I don't know what's real. There's a lot of stuff I'm feeling. Let's go into the deeper waters and then emerge like the Lady of the Lake with that sword held high. Bring it, bringing that truth back to your reality, your navigation from your heart knowing, speaking truth with love. What would love say now?
Yes, what would love say now? Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and sometimes that love can be fierce. You know, we often have a lot of illusions around love and compassion being always soft and gentle and sweet. There are archetypes where that's true. The goddess of love is kind of like that, right? This pink vibe. But this purple vibe is not like that. This purple vibe is like, no, or enough, or stop. And this is my clarity, right? So it's a lot more lightning. It's like
Oh
so
my goodness, I love it.
you know where to apply this guidance and this wisdom
Yes.
now in your life. You know better than anybody where that courage is needed. To
Yes.
speak love, truth as love and love as truth. The same.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I love it. Okay. That's giving me courage.
Yes. Blessed be. Bring the bowl to that clarifying,
Yes.
aligning, and challenging of illusion. For the one, for everyone here, and those who will catch it later. It's good medicine. Thank you, Josiane. Love you, sister. Good seeing you.
Love you.
Wow, powerful. Wow. If you're feeling any of these readings, drop it in the chat. You can let your voice be heard and any other insights, anything. Jazzy's asking, how do you raise your hand? So if you scroll down to the bottom of the Zoom screen, there'll be a whole line of icons, and reactions has a little upward arrow. If you click that, you should see the hand raise. Yeah, click. Thanks, Renee. Yeah. And Renee says lots of violet energy. I love that Ariel Spilsbury deck. Thank you. Yes, I would love to really honor Ariel today. And for those who don't already know her, Erin, if you're able to pop her website link, it is holographicgoddess.com, I believe. And you can even pop a link directly to the Oracle card in the chat. This is such a powerful tool. Some of us use it like a daily card to set the intention and tone and feel that face of the divine feminine. With archetypes, you'll notice it is a bigger, vaster, more powerful energy than just a single name of a goddess. You know, I mentioned that the initiator, the purple frequency, the goddess most known is Isis, but there are other goddesses across culturally throughout time that carry that archetypal resonance. And just like this field of luscious kink, goddess of love energy that I'm in, there are many, many goddesses, from Inanna to Aphrodite to Venus to Lakshmi, and in the other parts of the world, there's goddesses of love. So these are vast magnetic fields of energy that will come into your life and assist you and really be your ally if you work with them consciously. And that this lineage of the 13 Moon Mystery School comes from my fairy goddess mother, Ariel, and Renee has mentioned. Thank you, Erin, for popping that in the chat. She popped both Ariel's site. You can sit with Ariel on Zoom and have a fairy goddess tea time and soul sit. And you can find her oracle cards on that site. And for those of you who are interested in diving deeper into the mystery with me, and potentially coming on the year-long priestess training journey, you can find the full 13 moon oracle on her site. And we're going to be beginning that journey again in January. Amber says, the sword is so perfect for me. Thank you. I'm currently going through the initiator's initiation. Yes, to feel what really resonates. Jody says, some of my friends are visiting the Temple of Isis tomorrow. There's this Temple of Isis Oasis here in Northern California, kind of near me. Wendy says, ooh, this one's definitely for me too, about that sword. Oh yeah. We need that. We need that clarity. Quinn says, I feel like every card is resonating. That's the beauty of archetypal energy. It is so collective and powerful. And if it's resonating, it's medicine for you at this time. And yes, thank you, Stella. So Erin, can you please also include the Mysterium page link for people to see? It is by application and interview. So did you already? Oh, thank you, Erin. Thank you. That one is a deeper dive. Welcome, Susan. The Mysterium is a deep dive into a community of beings, mostly women in the 13 Moon Mystery School. We have our beautiful brother Argon, who's a priest who came through and has been working with me also in the Rainbow Body curriculum that I'm offering again as well. But this Mysterium curriculum is for those ready to really step into their path of leading as love as a training. It's a priestess training. And many beings here have gone through that training with me. I'm just thrilled to see you. And they know that it changes them forever. It will alchemize really stuck old patterns. And it also gives them a very big toolbox to be in service to others, to priestess in this world. Yeah, so there's a few more hands up. I'm going to call on Renee. Is that how you pronounce your name? Can you unmute yourself and let me know?
Yes, that's correct. Hello.
Hi, let me get you on the screen here with me. Good to see you, brother. How are you?
Full moon blessings. It's my first time on the Zoom, and I got to meet you virtually when Scott Katamas played one of your music videos where you had the big feathers. So that was my introduction to you, and then been tracking your journeys to France, and I get so much Venus energy from you, and I think there's a lot of Venusian starseeds that are waking up, and so thank you for your service and for being a way shower and a light in the world. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that reflection, brother. That's very, very sweet. I had this moment in my own kind of inner journeys where I've been thinking about stars being a starseed and being a way shower on the planet at this time, like so many of us are. So many of us came in, especially because it's so juicy right now and want to be a part of this big shift. And I had a awareness that we've kind of been around the block cosmically, so to speak. And I definitely feel the connection with the Melissae, with the Venusian codes. Kind of like, you imagine this like light ping pong, or not ping pong, what do you call it, where you hit the sides of the game back in the 70s? Yeah, you're muted again, brother, but let me see.
Sorry. Yeah, I forget the actual name, but I know.
Yeah, it's like,
Yes.
ding, ding, yeah, and it's like the ball is bouncing around like ding, 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 and it's hitting the different codes, the different frequencies, from Sirius to Lyra to the Pleiades to the Orion Belt to the sun, and through the sun to Venus to Earth. It's like we've been on these amazing galactic journeys of frequency, collecting so much to share and to remember and to awaken to. And I know that for you, if you are resonating and if you have been picking up on these these codes that you're here for this time and this purpose as well. I can really feel this presence you're carrying.
Yeah, me and my friend Heather, we were just, it was the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington and the MLK I Have a Dream speech. So we were here in DC this past weekend and working the grids of DC. There's a lot of dense energy, a lot of things have transpired in the Capitol, and it was so powerful and profound to be with my sister Heather and we were working with crystals, we were working with the Violet Flame, going to different sites of DC and talk about being of planetary service. I'm just a regular Joe, don't have a healing practice or a website, but I was able to awaken my inherent gifts and just reflecting Ariel. One of my friend Heather, she has read that transmission by Ariel, The Mythic Call. Yes. And I believe in one of your songs, you even say, we've answered the clarion call. And I think by these sessions like this, where we get to come together, we help each other awaken. I was feeling a lot of headache pressure today. And I think maybe that was just kind of coming back to open my heart, open my chakras, to just anchor, to be with all these beautiful people, this beloved family here. So thank you for inviting me, and I'll stop it there so we can move on. I know we can talk for a long time.
My heart is so lit up right now, brother. Thank you for your presence and this good work you're doing at this time by trusting your remembrance, trusting your innate gifts. You remember the card with the snowy owl and the key. You are the keeper of the key of crystalline wisdom, of planetary grid work. Just really honoring that for you. Trust that inner gnosis. So beautiful. All right, here we go. Let's see who and what might arise for you today as deepening, as guidance on your journey.
I'm going to count to 13 in my head when you start, and then I'll stop at the 13.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Tell me when you're
ready.
Okay. Ready, go. Okay.
Woo! All right. You got a frequency. You got a really juicy one. Literally.
Wow.
Here's the goddess of love card. I'm going to make it big for a second. Hold on. Talk about those Venusian codes. Here we've got Aphrodite right in the center of that papaya, which is also kind of like the center of this beautiful Vesica Pisces. That's that same union point between polarities. And the word is expand. So when the heart expands, we know we become magnetic. All things are possible. When we are feeling expansive, we become attuned to miracles. We become available for flow, abundance, beauty. And, we also know that when we contract, we get caught in time. We get caught in fear of the future or rumination of the past. We feel the heaviness of the illusion of time. When you expand into the presence of the eternal now. You expand into this portal, and she is in pleasure. We have a myth or some kind of conditioning that spirituality and awakening is like you have to suppress the senses, and if you want to transcend the body and awaken, this is very, very masculine, very old conditioning. In the balance of the divine feminine, we awaken through our senses, not in spite of them. Your senses become your superpowers. So this is inviting you to expand your capacity to feel and respond to life. Her phrase, her mantra is, I feel, I respond, I beautify. Wow. Imagine walking around as a living amplification, expansion of beauty by the way that you see, by the way that you feel, by presencing the beauty that surrounds. That is high service in that expanded state, that high frequency.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I hope that resonated.
Yes. And to not be ashamed or afraid to embrace your own beauty and your body, no matter what shape or size it is, just be it as it is. So looking forward to journeying with you, and so glad we encountered each other again on this lifetime, and looking forward to it. So many blessings to everyone. Much love.
So much love to you, brother. It's such a pleasure to meet you and see you. I'm gonna ding the bell, ring the bowl, to expansion. I feel, I respond, I beautify in my expansive pleasure. To be embodied, to know the divine within. After the Magdalene pilgrimage, I became more clear that, we have been conditioned to fear the feminine, to fear our own Kundalini Shakti power, by the church, the Roman Empire has conditioned us to fear our innate connection to our divine wisdom. And, in the vilification of the serpent, in the vilification of the dragon, when we think about expanding our wings, opening our spine, and opening our heart, and awakening our third eyes, you are free. You are connected. You are the one you came here to be. And it really takes away that hierarchical structure of needing an outer authority. So in the feminine, we are invited to return to that inner trusting the body as the temple. No matter how many turns around the sun you have rotated, no matter the size or shape of your beautiful body, you are a divine miracle. You are a holy miracle. And your sensuality, this is another goddess of love transmission, your sensuality, your ability to feel is your superpower, and it's holy as is your sexuality. Holy, holiest of holies. So we're lifting veils together at this time. Jazzy, I'm going to do one more. We're going a little over, but I'd love to hear you and see you, beloved. Hi. Can you say something and see if I can hear you? Oh, I don't hear you. Are you muted? Let me see. Your microphone is not working, but we can't hear you, but we can still pick a card and give you a reading. If that doesn't work itself out, we'll use sign language even. Sometimes if you scroll down to the bottom bar and you see the microphone icon, you click the little upward arrow and there's like audio settings. You can turn up your volume there. Otherwise, try to unplug your headset. Otherwise, we could also just do sign language, where when you're ready for a card, you would give me a big thumbs up and I would watch you. I would love to meet you and hear your voice, though. Technical snafu. I know that well. No volume yet, honey. So let's do this. When you're ready for a card, you're going to give me a thumbs up. Can you do that? Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep my eyes open and I'm going to watch you. Here we go. Really slow. You're ready. That one. Okay. Ooh. You got another frequency card. Sacred geometry card. Liberation. Wow, that resonated. I like that what you're wearing, it looks like it matches you today, like you are this card. How fun is that? This my love, is a creator, destroyer, preserver card. I'm gonna make it big for a second, and I'll come back and pop you on again. So the creator, destroyer, preserver is best known by the goddess Kali, Kali Ma. And we were talking earlier about how some faces of the feminine and some ways of love are sweet and soft and gentle. This is as fierce as that sword card, if not more. This liberation card is saying it's like a roar of sacred, even rage against the illusion. It's biting the heads off the illusions, delusions, and confusions in our lives. This card is about liberation through the fire of your sacred rage, the passion of your heart, your aliveness, the part of you that's no longer willing to be caught and blinded and bound by old attachments, patterns, conditioning, illusions in your world. And it's going to challenge you to really say enough and no. So this Kali, you've seen her, the Indian deity. The archetype is bigger than just that goddess, but she is the main face of this frequency. So you can use the chat if you want to say anything about that energy in your life right now and what it might be catalyzing. She is all about fire, the sacred fire of catalytic change. She says, nothing is real but ceaseless change. And her mantra is, I focus, I create. So from that power, from that burning through of illusion, it's like a crystal skull that you can shine a sunbeam through and it can start a fire. You can be a fire starter in creativity with this goddess too, this archetype. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yes. So this energy is coming in to purify the parts of the mind. Probably it could, many reasons why we suffer, why we have different ailments and are out of ease and out of balance, and the fires that will bring to light what is true, what is real for you. So I would invite that you work with this liberation card consciously by creating a little focal point for you, since her expression is I focus, I create. To create a focal point, if that's lighting a candle once a day, looking at the flame, saying a little prayer, may I purify all the illusions and delusions and confusions from my mind. May I be guided by the benevolence of this fierce goddess, this fierce archetype in my life. Yeah. I focus, I create, and from there, I am liberated in love. It's all different faces of love. Wonderful, darling. I'm sorry that the goddess Kali Ma, I'm sorry that it didn't work to hear your voice today. Next time, come back and we will try again. Try again. Okay. So much love. So my beloveds, thank you for staying with me a little longer. This was amazing. This big blue supermoon, full moon energy to ride forward for the rest of this lunar cycle. Your dreams, your visions, your intentions are being amplified. And we are together in the one heart. We are here. I'm going to ring the Tibetan bowl also for our beautiful Kali and Jazzy's liberation card for all of us. Thank you all. Everything that I read is medicine for me today too. It's really such a blessing to get to come in and use technology in such a powerful, benevolent, high frequency way. Let's take our hands one more time, hands of light onto the heart, our own good hearts, breathing in, offering aloha, aloha. Breathing it back, reciprocity of love, no giver, no receiver, only love, loving itself. Aloha. And the goddess loves threes, so really make it matter. Deep breath. Aloha. And then we lift it to the one heart. Blessed be. So much love, everyone. Bye for now. Only love. Be with you soon. Bye, everybody. Aw. I'm going to put it in gallery and just wave. Bye. Mwah. So much love, everyone. See you